Hello, it's Korb here with you guys. Been a couple months since I've streamed, but we're back with a really awesome project to show off for you guys tonight. It is called Open Warlords and it was all programmed by Ando, and I've picked the project up. And sorry, there was motorcycles driving by outside, but so I've picked the project up from Ando and forked it so we could keep working on it. He wants to keep it very default-like, and I want to add some Redux features to it. So that's what we're gonna start working on tonight. So let's get GitHub desktop open and do some VS Code. I'm so hyped to be working on some new warlords. Okay, so do file folder. So I have actually not looked through his code that much at all. I mean, I've spent like a grand total, maybe like 2 hours max over the last couple months looking through this because, yeah, this is it. So still very bare bones, but works really well. I did a quick startup check before stream and check the log files. We got a clean log file to start with on boot up, which is really good. But oh boy, do we have a lot of work to do. He's done all the basic setup, and this is and what's really cool about this project is this is a complete ground up rewrite of Warlords. So he basically just took default Warlords, what it sort of kind of looked like, and just rewrote the whole thing to be modern code, which is pretty neat. Pretty neat. So let's pull up Discord. I went ahead and started a to-do list here. So I'll pull this up stream for you guys. And we're going to be kind of doing this in a random order just to make it easier on ourselves. So I'll go through the entire list, but then we'll just start working on stuff as we need. So the number one thing we do, we got to get the map correct. Right now the map is still the default map, but so to do add asset removal, okay, that's part of my garbage collection. To do aircraft carriers, so what I did off stream actually back in April when I first started working on the project. So Ando got in touch with me in April, and I started helping him out. And what I did initially was I redid the whole map to Redux. But I literally did it the weekend right before I started a new job. And since then, I have not been able to do that. And unfortunately, Ando, I think he moved the exact same day like I started working my new job, so we haven't been able to get in touch again since then. But we're gonna get the aircraft carriers in. UAVs working, and we got some bug fixing to do on UAV. We're gonna add Mr. Thomas's UAV reconnect fix. We're gonna randomize the starting time. Got to add garbage collection. We need to work on friendly AI because right now they just stay on the map forever, which is bad. We're gonna remove the free jets because it's kind of a meme. I'm not gonna have that kind of stuff on our branch. We need time acceleration because it literally sits nighttime forever on the current branch. Right now for debugging, there's a bunch of blue fort bases. I'll show you on the map. We're gonna get that fixed. So tell you what, I'll boot this up real quick and I'll show you guys what this looks like before we start playing with things. We need to add patch file, and then we need to just clean up a bunch of debug messages that are still sitting in the code. So that's literally just a very small collection of starting stuff. It's going to take us more than... We're going to literally have hundreds of things to do. But let's go jump in Steam real quick so you guys can see what this looks like. And in the description of this video, I got Ando's Discord. So you guys can pop in there and let him know that this is a cool project, because he's been doing this completely by himself since I went back and looked in the official Warlords channel, and he had mentioned, he was like, hey, I've been looking for people to help like all of last year, but then he didn't say anything else because he's not a big Discord guy. And we kind of, people on the channel kind of blew him off, including myself. Only because I've seen so many people over the years say that and then do nothing. But no, he like put his nose to the grindstone, dude, and literally wrote an entirely new Warlords that more or less semi-feature parody with default Warlords. And once he had it mostly working, he got back in touch with me, and then I jumped in and was able to provide a whole bunch of like super quick feedback and code that we could use to further improvement. But then unfortunately the weekend we did all of that, I had to start a new job and he had to move, so things have been on hold for like 2 months, but we're back. And off stream, I've actually been doing quite a bit of studying on Infusion. Like I still probably spend 4 to 6 hours a week studying Infusion stuff, even though I don't stream. Because when I stream, I really do want to have, you know, like a couple hours solid to just sit here and chill. I don't think I'll do it this week, only because the Halo Infinite new season just came out and I want to kind of grind that this week. But next week, I think what I'll do is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I might do like daytime streams for like 2 hours over on Twitch. And that'll be my Infusion. I'll work Infusion stuff there for Arma 4. Oh, I need to rename that file, huh? So this is the original OW. We're not going to do that. We're going to get... Okay, so what we need to do is we need to rename this file to... You got to have .altus on the end, so the... Okay, and I can't rename that because it's open in VS Code. So let's close VS Code out real quick. Okay, right on. VS Code back. Okay, cool. VS Code's back. And what we're going to have to do here on GitHub desktop, so we're going to have to go locate this because we changed the name of it. Boom, and then you reselect a folder, and boop, it'll... So literally nothing changed on VS Code. We got some readmes to pull down. I was working on the readme before stream. Okay. I pulled the readmes down off GitHub. And now we can open this up. So let's go to open, and then we got Korb. So I have his original mission here, and then I have the Korb. And I also have a backup from some work I was doing a couple months ago. Okay, so you guys can see here on this map that this is, so he's designed it to be a replica of the default map, which is a good thing and a bad thing. He's missing stuff like Salt Flats, Faranaki, the South Link, and that kind of stuff. Forgot why he added these up here. It doesn't matter. I'm not even gonna. But yeah, this is basically just a default map. And I'll jump into game and show you guys what it looks like.
Warlords protocol initialize. Voting for the next sector.
Ooh, we have 0 starting CP. Oof. I don't think that was supposed to be like that. Okay, let's add that to our list. We currently have 0 starting to be. To do starting CP is 0. Oh, I think that's because we're playing a local game. So I'm going to count that up as a local error. So you can see the map, the sectors are a little bit different. He doesn't use triggers, apparently. Like, I haven't even looked through his sector code, but I'll show you what capping and stuff looks like here in the default. So you can select here, then you can vote sector. And then you have a little UI countdown here. And he has a bunch of debug sectors to give Blue Force some extra money, so they have an airfield at the start. So we're going to get rid of these Blue Force zones. And now I'll show you the okay, so this is the essentially what would be the odd menu in regular Warlords. And what you do, you can select your little things here, and you can see fast travel or sector scan, or you could also do vote for sector from this little screen right here. And he currently has respawn tickets in here, so fights can't go on forever. You know, like you would get on default Warlords, you would get into the situation where, you know, at Power Plant and Thrakia, the fight would literally just go on forever because you just get into a stalemate. So since he's trying to keep this default like, but doesn't want to have forever stalemate maps, he's done that. But we're gonna Redux the map, so we might not need the respawn tickets just because Redux map has a lot more mobility on it. And currently, and I really like this because this is literally the exact same thing I was attempting to do on Miller Edition with the. So I got rid of the arsenal in Miller Edition, and we added crates with predetermined loadouts. So this is what he's done here. He also has arsenal here, but I don't think it's currently enabled. So what we're going to do, we're going to ditch this arsenal here, and I'm going to add a diver here because we're going to have the Redux map that has naval sectors. And we're never going to have an arsenal in our branch. So sitrep, put out. Okay, so we have a couple tabs at the top here. So we have strategy, which is your old school iMenu. Drop locations, so you can say if I want infantry, I can do this, and then I click here. Then this airdrop queue works just like old school. Currently with airplanes, it's a little wonky, and I'll show you guys that later on. Like, it confused me at first, but it sort of makes sense once you play with it a little bit. So you initially got drop location, assets, and all that. So then you have asset management here, and from here you can do all of the vehicle stuff. You can lock, unlock, engine on, off, lights on, off, radar on, off. And there's he has a, I don't think this kit crew works yet, but he has a thing where if somebody gets into your vehicle, you could just boot them out of your vehicle, which is pretty cool. Then here's the free jets tab. We're going to be getting rid of this tab probably tonight, because I can literally just like, I think if I click this and that, I just boop, I end up in a jet real quick. He has some cool options here. Auto enable NVG respawn at nighttime. Disable ambient life. You can disable the air raid system or siren from zone restriction. You can hide chat from muted players. I don't know if this works yet. I haven't. And he also has a option here to hide vote kick messages. So when people sit there and just go full autism, sit there keep trying to vote kick people, you can get rid of those messages too. And I'll show you this one time just so you can see how it works. And it's just gonna pop me up in there. Let off all my airspeed there. Throttle at 0. Okay, cool. And boop. That's it. But we're going to be getting rid of that feature because it's kind of silly. Because on the actual server that's up right now, it literally just turns into like people just spawning airplanes nonstop. It's kind of... Oh, and this does have a test server up already. So you guys can jump on there. It's in the GitHub and YouTube link. YouTube description and on the GitHub page. So I'll show you something neat about the way capping works real quick too. So call execute. And I still hit I because I'm a noob. So I'll show you how fast travel works here too. Fast travel to nearing.
Destination selected.
And it does this cool like up in the air zoom thing. Something we eventually down the road need to fix. You can see Gorgon, HMG, Kuma, HMG, fuel truck. We need to get rid of vehicles spawning when it's connected to base. So, shouldn't be too hard to code that up, but... But yeah, we definitely don't want people in the very first sector to be getting slammed with Kumos and stuff. But now, if you watch down in the bottom corner of the stream, once I get inside the sector, he has some debugging code in there because he's completely rewritten the cap system. And it actually gives you a little text readout of what's going on. I haven't looked into his capping code at all to figure out what it means, but I'll show you what it looks like. So you could see down there. Here's your little printout of what's happening. It has a little progress bar, just like normal. And I think the more people you have in the sector, the faster it caps. Because you see right now we're capping really slow because it's just me as an infantry person. And in the 10 seconds I was looking at the code, I saw some like AT infantry are equal. They offset tanks. So if a tank comes in your zone or something, you can offset it with AT infantry to help balance out the cap code and kind of nullifies the tanks until the tanks destroy the anti-armor infantry or something like that. I was just looking at comments. So okay, but yeah, that's that. So you guys can see what the map looks like initially. So what we're gonna do now is first thing we're gonna add a patch note file. Just to bring this into line with other missions. Okay, so first thing we need to do, new file. What are we going to call this? 0 dot We're going to say he did up to 5, and we're going to do 6. I think that is the correct way to type that. .text. Let's put version in that. How do I... Okay. Okay, cool. So we got that text file done. So here we go. First patch notes 06.0. Added patch note file. There we go. Save that. Oop, there we go. Okay, next up. Next up, we need to do some. We need to go to our backup files here. Okay, mission MQM. Okay, 5.5. Okay, so this is the last time I worked on this was May 5th. And we're gonna copy that. Go in here. Paste, replace this file at the destination. Okay, so now we're working on the May 5th SQM, and let's do a quick burn check on this. And so this edition should include fixes to like Amalofi, carriers, naval zones, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah, here we go. So I've added quite a few new sectors here. So big thing I did, I added this middle bypass to the map. I added the carrier naval complex at Kavala. Added Ore Factory as a heli base. Vamos carrier complex. Added the North Naval Sector. Moved a bunch of sectors around to fix underwater capping and stuff. This was the biggest thing I had to do. Fixing the underwater capping. The only zone I think you can still underwater cap is Saganisi, and Saganisi has like literally no impact on the game. So if you sit there and get stuck at Saganisi, it's your own fault for not resetting the vote. Here's Southern Carrier, and I also right now this is missing the Nefi Limonati base, but I don't think it's that big of a deal to have that one missing. It also doesn't have Keth, the little port town here, but what I did on Miller Edition, I removed some links from this zone, so this zone is not like the OP zone going straight to Freeney and stuff anymore. So I decided just to leave it off this map. I added Salt Flats, and Salt Flats is working. What does he have going on here? Oh, these are the little, yeah, things he made. But yeah, that is trying to think what else I added. I think that's all the basics. I did not add the power plant to Topiaka and Core Factory Link. And oh yeah, did I move this town? I think I did. So I think in Redux it goes Panachori, Odessa, Korbelz, Zaros, and I forgot why this one, I moved this one up here. It's way cooler being up here in the mountains though than it was wherever it, like it used to be down here by Odessa, I think. Can't remember. But it's pretty cool up in the mountains there. So, what else? Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, for right now, I have not added Pygros military for a heli base. I've not added Laka Hill or Nadasa bases helicopter pads either. But yeah, let's do a quick jump in and play real quick just to make sure it's working. But yeah, it was a pretty big map overhaul I did there.
Warlords protocol initialized.
It's a bit of a
Voting for the
mix
next
of
sector.
Redux. I'll say it's like 80% Redux and 20% default. Okay, seems to be working all correct. Let's vote for a sector real quick. Oh, okay, we gotta go through and delete these. Get rid of
Sector
these
selected.
restarts here. Okay, cool. It all seems to be working correctly. So while we're here, we're gonna get rid of those blue fort bases because it's kind of cheesy. Okay, and I'll show you guys something, the way the sectors are set up here while we're here. So if we go to attributes here, he's built them as an array. Yep, just a little bitty array. So okay, so we're gonna, this variable, sector side, you can preset these zones to be a particular side, and I think 1 is blue and 0 is green, so we're gonna save that, test it real quick. So this may throw a bunch of errors because I didn't change all the other ones that are in a line with this one.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for
Yeah,
the next
but there you
sector.
see it's green. So we'll just do that for the rest of sectors real quick. Oh, I gotta remember I can't do that. So something about the way he set this array up whenever you try to copy a single line, it ends up doing entire thing. So no big deal, no big deal. Rock this. Okay, I think he did all the way to AAC just to give blue 4. And since we have Kavala as airbase, this doing this made a lot of sense when there was no airbase at Kavala, so you had some way to get to an airfield quickly. But with Kavala being an airfield, it's pretty easy just to kill all the enemies and cap real quick. Okay, save that, double check, kids.
Warlords protocol initialized.
And there we
Voting for
go.
the next
Blue 4
sector.
does not have any like, crazy amounts of CP coming in at the start. Okay, let's push this up to GitHub. Removed debug sectors from map. Go. Okay. Okay, so now we need to do a few things. We need to go through here and search. I need to get rid of the... So we know he called it whatever. So we need to get rid of this right here. And what does this? So this is just setting up the menu tab general. Okay, so it looks like the end of it is, looks like this section right here is the total. Trying to see how much of this I need to get rid of. Oh, okay, he does it all in one thing. Okay, so this is where, okay, so we just need to completely get rid of this section. I think I can literally just comment out this entire section and let's give this a shot. Because that entire section looked like it was the jets, so hopefully it doesn't blow the mission up by removing that. If it ends up... Okay, cool, it doesn't seem to throw any issues. So now when we go to, yeah, it's completely blank. Free jets completely blank. So now we need to get rid of the free jets tab. Okay, so let's go look for free jets. Okay, and by getting rid of this right here. I'm also testing out if I don't have to open and close the editor every single time. I can just reload via the open menu.
Warlords protocol initialize. Voting for the next sector.
Boom, there we go. Got rid of free jets. Cool. Free jets are dead. Okay, removed. Okay, making some progress. Make some progress. Okay, next up, we need to remove vulgarity from. Where is? Okay, let's go system chat. Okay, I need to find. Okay, so we need to edit a bunch of the system chat messages. So free jets in the free jets tab. That is gone. Save. Capture progress. Cool. Really like how he's written a bunch of this code. It is so easy to read. Name. Oh, we need to change the start time for the map to midnight as well. We'll do that when we do the randomized start time. Oh, so I think that message he has sitting in there, there's a reason I never see it in single player. It's a, I think it's a server-side script. Okay, so we don't have to worry about removing that. Okay, that's good. Um, so that's gonna be a quick update. Right, so let's jump over here to Discord and let me see what we got done here. Blue check. All right, we added the patch note file. Remove the blue 4 starting bases. It's done. Jets. We're actually making pretty good progress on our list here. Okay, next up is adding garbage collection. So for this, we need to go, I think it's in the init. I think it's description ext. Okay, so let's go file, open file. We're gonna go find the Miller edition init. Ooh. Seriously starting to think this pre-compile, pre-processor thing was not the right way to go. Okay, well, let's leave this open, but that was not the correct one. So, is it? Oh, it was description ext. I opened up the wrong file. Whoops. Description ext. Okay, here we go. Cool. All right, so where do we... Okay, so it's corpse manager mode and rec manager. Okay, we're going to include this entire thing, but I'm going to comment out this bottom line since we don't have that yet in this. I have no idea how to spell garbage. And we're gonna double check to make sure we spelled that correctly. Yep, we did. Then the patch notes. And let's make sure all boots up correctly. So we're missing the min player distance, and so it might throw us an error because I'm not reading the wiki on how to set that up, but right now I'm just trying to get as much stuff done into the mission as I can here.
Protocol initialize. Voting for the next sector.
Okay, cool. No errors. Yeah, right now I restarted the live server this afternoon, but it had been up for like a month or two because I don't think it had ever been restarted. There was so much junk sitting at spawn. It was insane. I mean, I was looking through the player list, and I mean, people just randomly join servers. I have no idea, but probably at least 50 people joined servers and left junk sitting at spawn, and spawn was just an absolute disaster. So hopefully that helps. Okay, next up, we need to add the randomized start time since we got it up real quick. I think we're gonna have to go on the wiki and actually figure out everything we need to add on here in here. So where does it keep forgetting where? I feel like we should have this in here. Because right now there's no splash screen when you join the game, but I think that's on my list of things to do. I already got the splash screen made. I'm gonna use the thumbnail I used from YouTube. Okay, where we at? Where we at? Splash screen work. Splash. Splash screen prep. Okay, but inits, we're gonna go add this. In order to get this script to work, you need to go in here to the mission file and set the start time to midnight. And I don't think there's a weather cleanup in this yet either, so this might be interesting.
Warlords protocol initialized.
Oh, that was spicy.
Sector.
Time did it start us at? There we go. So let's do a couple of these and see how it goes. I don't know if that resets the server like it does.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next
1107, cool. That's strange, it doesn't seem to be modifying the weather. Did he hard code this weather? If the weather's hard coded, we'll go in and fix that down the road, but not something I want to work on tonight.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Yeah, this definitely seems like this weather is hard coded. Okay, cool. I am happy that that script is working correctly. Edit. Minimized. Start time. Boom, and I think I can get rid of. Yeah, we're gonna have to jump on the wiki sometime on another stream and do more in depth on this init and descriptions. But for now, it's good enough. Oh, I see. Instead of he's compiling the stuff inside individual scripts. Oh, okay. I was wondering where all his compile stuff was. Yeah, he compiles more stuff in here. Oh, that's cool. Just a different way of doing things. Gets the job done. Right, so how we doing on Discord here? We've added a start time. We added garbage collection. Okay, time acceleration. How in the world? Okay, we're gonna have to jump on the wiki for this one. Armor 3, time acceleration. Set time multiplier. Hmm. Wonder if this is a server-side parameter. Set simulation acceleration. Because I don't ever remember seeing this time multiplier in the Redux code. So I'm wondering if this is a server side. Oh, okay. Let's go into the editor real quick, see if we can. This might be something you do in the Hmm. Right, that was not the one I needed. Ah, I see. So he'd manually overridden the rain. Okay, so wonder if it's gonna break things if I get rid of that. Let's see what happens without the manual override. We should have some crazy weather.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next
Nope.
sector.
Let's do 2 more starts and see if we get something other than like a perfect day.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
This is super strange. I have no idea why we keep getting.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Whatever. I'm not going to question it. So what it would do on Redux when it was doing that time warp, it would also be time warping the weather. For some reason on this server it's not doing that. On this mission it's not doing that. I don't know what setting causes that to happen. I think all this stuff is overridden by the files I put in. I had no idea you could set garbage collection in this menu. I've always done it from scripts. Crazy. Okay, hang on. I'm going through some stuff real quick and setting attributes, environments. I feel like if there was going to be time acceleration, it would be in this menu right here. I'm going through the wiki, figure out how to speed up night times. Oh, it's a module. Nice. So I wonder if I'm reading through a bunch of old forum posts here and try to. So if I plop this down, and then we go to attributes. I go time acceleration like 3. I just speed up nighttime. Okay, well we got time acceleration, so it's 4x. So let's save this super quick and then jump in and see, make sure this works. Oh my god, did we get different weather? Okay, cool. We got 4x time acceleration. Sweet. Cool. Okay, what is next up on our list to do? So, okay, next up, I want to add weather too. So we're gonna add the weather module. Oh, I see. So let's go look up this weather module real fast, so I don't get myself into massive amounts of trouble here. Oh no. This is awkward. There is no documentation for this weather module. Oh, apparently this is a Zeus thing, but it doesn't have the little Zeus icon next to it. That was not super helpful. Okay, this might be something we have to come back and reattack later to figure out. I don't see. So there's a ton of stuff on Google about old mods and stuff, but it doesn't do me any good because that's not what we're doing. So let's set that to 600s. Overcast 1, rain 1, fog 1. I just want to see what happens with this. I have a feeling I'm going to end up deleting this, but there's definitely not a weather module in Redux.
Warlords protocol
Redux.
initialized.
Oh my god.
Voting for the next sector.
It's awful. Okay, let's do a different random start and see if we get the same weather effect. If we get the same weather effect, we're just going to delete that module. I'd rather have clear skies than be blind.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next
Oh my
sector.
god. Okay, that's different, but it's even worse. Oh, that sounds cool though. So I want the thunder, but not the fog. Oh, that's a good idea. Tell you what. So let's get rid of the fog, since the fog is what sucks. Fog, -1. Get out of here, fog. Values between 0 and 1. Oh, okay, so I need to make this like 0. Well, let's just leave it at that for right now. Testing. Right now I have a 100% chance of getting overcast and rain. We don't want that. We want it to be like
Warlords
randomized.
protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Okay. It's raining, but it's not overcast. It's strange. One more time, then we'll set it to, I think I'll set it to like 10% or something.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Can't tell if it's raining or not. Okay, tell you what, we're just gonna set that to like 10% or something. So it sets value between 0 and 1, so assuming like 0.1 is going to be 10%. There's literally no documentation for this. Okay. She'll pass on. Get rid of that down the road, but it's good enough for right now. Okay, so now let's get serious. Now time to start doing hard stuff. I need to find the... Actually, I know a quick way to find the file I need. Missions, gonna go backups, altus. So we are looking for a file I modified. Oh, we need to add the requisitions. Okay, let's do requisitions. File overhaul. Missions. Okay, move there. I completely forgot to add this to... I literally have no idea what I added to the requisition file. I did that so long ago. I think it was just basic stuff like ambulances and repair trucks and stuff like that. Okay, so I think it was, yes, common functions. Let's go poke around, try to figure out what's... File open, file. Gotta go hunt down, try to figure out what I did here. So it was common. I know I added a bunch of comments. Oop, edit it. Ah, right, it was server side. Damn it, I completely forgot. Oh, server event handlers. Client requests. There it is, client requests. 518. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so client requests, it's under server. Server, client requests, sweet. Okay, where is the... Alright, so yeah, here's where I made the updates. So this chunk of the code section right here is where it spawns aircraft, and what it does is it does runaway info right here, and it gets the airport ID for the airport, and it does all airstrips, and it's just some backend stuff going on here. So what we need to do is... So runway info parameters, position, plane direction. We're going to override these using a switch statement. So this is going to be a switch Runway info. I have no idea if I'm formatting this right. I'll go figure it out later. So, and I completely forgot how you format stuff in SQF. Okay, but what we're going to do here is this is going to be case 7, which should be Kavala. Override runway info params. So we're going to manually, so this little array right here, we're going to manually override this for a specific case. And then down here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do default. And default is going to be this chunk of code right here. So what should happen is whenever one of my new airfields, in this case Kavala, which would be airfield ID, which would be airport ID number 7. So if I write this correctly, it'll see, okay, switch runway info, case 7, Kavala. It's going to manually override that array for the aircraft, plane position, plane position, plane direction. And if not, it should continue and break out of the switch with this line right here. And then it'll continue going down for pilot class, blah, blah, blah. It'll insert the pilots. It'll create the group. And we may, I may have to do this entire thing. Yeah. So yeah, I may have to put this entire chunk of code inside each of these cases. So the default behavior is going to be this runway position, yada, 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 and it's going to be fly, which sets the airplane up at a vector to come in for the carrier. Oh dang, I may have to override. I may have to do all of this. Holy crap. Yep, it looks like I literally may have to do this entire thing, and because I have to get rid of this velocity model space, and I have to get rid of this land at for the manual overrides. So, but first thing I need to do is go find ARM3 switch statements. Switch. Okay, so let's start formatting this correctly here. So that goes there. Okay, in case we need to go 7. Oh, this is going to be a mess. Okay, and then default does not use a, it just uses, so I'm using almond style for this just because it makes more sense to me because I've been working on infusion stuff. But I think SQF, you normally do the semicolon or the bracket directly after. So I get that. So my default behavior should be this. So that's going to be our initial tests. Actually, can I even do this? I think I'll have to spawn as op4 to do this so I can get over to Molos real fast. Okay. And then down here, for the sake of our testing, switch I need to, yeah. Then I need to comment this entire section out. There we go. So in theory, what should happen when we go to Molos, this switch statement should run, and it's not going to see case 7, since we're not going to be at airfield number 7. So it should fall through to the default behavior, which is the old aircraft spawning. Don't need that there. Okay, just cleaning up some formatting there. So yeah, that should be what happens. And then once that happens, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to put this entire chunk of code for each one of these cases. I'm gonna have to go through, and then I'll go through. I gotta override this array. I gotta change this fly to a none, and I need to get rid of this. Need to completely get rid of this velocity, and I need to get rid of the land at. But yeah, I've already got those commented because I went through and did this off stream. This is like the one chunk of the code I actually looked through. Okay, first test. Did we break something by putting it inside a switch statement? Oh, I spawned as the wrong side. Crap.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
We're quickly running out of time to stream tonight. I really want to get at least get Kavala tested.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector. Sector selected.
This is up. And I'm going to take just a minute to capture Molos here. Oh man, I forgot how much fun working on missions is. Digging it. Hang on, I gotta fix. We're gonna add this to our CP stuff to our. What I need to do is jump on the actual server and to do up starting CP. Oh my goodness, this takes a while to cap, doesn't it? I'm about 90% sure the cap goes quicker when there's more people in AO, so just me, it's gonna be kind of slow.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector.
Oh, I think we got a little CP reward from that. Nice. It's definitely not the 50x yet from Miller Edition, but AO, it's something. Oh, there was a little infantry truck full of dudes. Oh, there are a lot of vehicles in these zones. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I've never actually spawned a jet here at Molos in Open Warlords yet. I think I've only done it at AAC.
Sector seized.
Okay.
Voting for the next sector.
And we need to go to...
Sector selected.
See if I remember how to spawn something in here. Assets, aircraft. Yeah, I gotta click. So you gotta click the dispatch location, and then over here, instead of clicking, is it request? I think it's request. Did I typo something? Did I? I totally did. I'm a buffoon. Rip. That was a dumb mistake to make. Okay, let's go do all that over again. Rip-a-roni.
Warlords Protocol
What a silly
initialized.
mistake to
Voting
make,
for the
dude.
next sector.
That's actually kind of funny. I think may go take a quick AFK while we're capping Molos this time around.
Sector selected.
I haven't gotten up and walked around in a while. Okay, so let's murder some folks. Okay, cool. We're capping. And I will be right back while we're capping Molos.
Sector seized.
Ooh, there we go.
For the next sector.
So I think actually once we get airplane spawning working, or we go test this, we may call it. So it's probably because it's like almost 3 in the morning here, and I still haven't eaten dinner. So I think it'll give us. So we got the prep work. We got the scaffolding done for carriers next week. So that'll give us something to look forward to. Kind of bothers me that that's in the same spot. Maybe we had something spawn there. So if I turn around, I should see 4 vehicles on the far end of the runway. There's a couple. I wonder if there are static spawn spots or something in here. Oh no, he's spawning them on roads. That's what he's doing. There's a road over there. Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe there's not a road over there? Kind of looks like they're spawning on roads. Maybe it's counting the taxiways as a road? I don't know. But yeah, there's definitely spawning stuff on roads. Where on earth is my mouse cursor? There it is. Cool. Get myself. That's cool. Since the little add fund thing is all server side, when I added funds, it just, the little UI part down at the bottom popped up as plus 20,000.
Sector seized.
Okay, moment of
Voting
truth.
for the next sector.
Did I mess this up? I'm gonna wait for Nadasa base to spawn in and then I'm gonna kill everybody there because the airplane has to spawn out there and then fly in and land. I don't want to get shot down over Nadasa
Sector selected.
because I don't have any clue where this dude's gonna spawn at. Okay, you have to click the sector, then click request. So it said aircraft was undefined. Okay, so it ran this part of the code and then it got to this line right here and said that was undefined. Why though? Hang on, I want to go look at this error report real quick. Zoom this in so you guys can read it too. Oh, I think I see what's going on. So what I did is I changed the scope. Let me do this. So the error is actually in line 411 and saying undefined variable aircraft. So I think because I put this inside a different thing when it gets down here. Oh, no? Okay, so this will give us something to debug next week. This will be... I think my mistake was, though, since all this is wrapped up... Yeah, I think that's where I went wrong here. So this if statement goes all the way down to here. And then this is where it's spawning This should be the helicopter spawn section. Yeah, this is a helicopter spawn section. So yeah, I think my mistake was this variable right here. It's saying aircraft is undefined, and I think it's undefined because private aircraft right there. And it's inside this scope instead of that scope. So I wonder if that means I need to chew in all of this inside that to keep the scope the same. That's going to be one massive chunk of code inside the default. I almost think instead of putting all this code inside the switch statement, I would like individually try to, no, because I'm gonna have the same problem because this is private right there. I just got rid of that though. So in theory, if I get rid of this private right here, it'll allow the aircraft variable to be seen outside of the scope of this. Theory, that's probably going to be the easiest solution because I really don't want to add all this. Into that. Okay, well we'll ruminate on this for a week and I will come back next week. So instead of, I think today is Wednesday EU time and it's, well, it's technically Wednesday US time too, or NA time. So instead of streaming this, what I'll do is I think I'll stream on the day before today, so Tuesday morning EU time. And that'll probably be our normal street time because that'll be after work Monday time for me. So, okay. So we're going to push this up anyways, even though it currently does not work. Prep. They're kind of tiny patch notes, but it was a lot of fundamental work we had to get done. So I will end the stream here and I will make a little post on the official Discord, mostly just to like encourage people to jump in the Ando's Discord and like be like, hey, this is a cool project. So if you think project's cool, best thing you do is let Ando know by jumping in his Discord. And saying hi. I think I am a mod or something over there too, so I can help out. But cool, I will see you guys next week and we will be working on getting fixed wing aircraft. Helicopters already work on carriers, by the way. I didn't say that yet, but. And I'm really confident that we'll get fixed wing aircraft working next week with that switch statement. I just need to iron out the bugs. So cool. See you guys next week.